Picture this. New Orleans, 1890. A city alive with the sounds of jazz and the smell of Creole cooking. But beneath the surface, tensions were brewing. On a chilly October night, shots rang out in the darkness. David Hennessy, the beloved Irish-American police chief, fell victim to a brutal ambush. As he lay dying, he whispered a single word that would ignite a firestorm. Dagos. Now you might be wondering, what's a dago? It was a nasty slur for Italians, especially Sicilians, and New Orleans had plenty of them. They came seeking a better life, working hard as laborers, but they faced a wall of prejudice, blamed for every crime under the sun. The city erupted in panic. Police rounded up hundreds of Italian immigrants, tossing them in jail. Newspapers fanned the flames, painting lurid pictures of secret societies and Mafia hitmen. 19 Sicilian men found themselves on trial for murder, their fates hanging in the balance. February 1891. The courtroom was packed, the air thick with tension. 4 weeks the trial dragged on. Finally, on March 13th, the verdicts came down. 6 men walked free, acquitted. 3 others got lesser charges, but even those were tossed out for lack of evidence. For the remaining 10, the jury couldn't decide. You'd think that would be the end of it, right? Wrong. The city was furious. They wanted blood. The very next morning, March 14th, 1891, something terrible happened. A mob, thousands strong, stormed the old parish prison. These weren't just angry drunks, we're talking prominent citizens, organized and armed to the teeth. They had one target, those Italian prisoners, especially the ones who'd just been acquitted or not convicted. It was a scene straight out of a nightmare. 11 men dragged from their cells, beaten in the prison courtyard. A 9 passed on the spot, 2 more hung on, only to succumb to their wounds later. Here's the kicker. Some of these men had never even committed a crime. They were just in the wrong place at the wrong time, with the wrong last name. The aftermath, it was ugly. Italy was outraged. Pulling their ambassador and cutting ties with the US eventually, America coughed up $25,000 to the victims' families, but they never really said sorry. Back home, it's hard to believe, but many people celebrated. They saw it as some kind of victory against the Mafia, the guys who organized the lynching. They were treated like heroes. Not a single person ever faced justice for the murders. This wasn't just about one city losing its mind. It was a symptom of something darker spreading across America. Italians, especially Sicilians, were seen as less than human. Criminals by nature. It was fear and hatred, plain and simple. Fast forward to today, the 1891 New Orleans lynching still cast a long shadow. It's a stark reminder of what happens when we let fear and prejudice take the wheel. When we forget that every person, no matter where they're from, deserves a fair shake. In 2019, over a century later, the city of New Orleans finally did the right thing. They apologized for what happened all those years ago. It doesn't bring those 11 men back, but it's a start. So next time you hear someone talking trash about immigrants, or blaming a whole group for the actions of a few, remember this story. Remember those 11 men who never got to see justice. And ask yourself, are we really so different now? Or are we still capable of making the same terrible mistakes? Because here's the truth. History doesn't just stay in the past. It's always with us, whispering lessons we'd better learn. The question is, are we listening?